Hey, what's up, my good people? I'm not too certain how I really want to process tonight's loss. On one hand, it was a really bad stinger for us to take tonight's L. Um, there's a lot that you can learn from like tonight's loss in terms of always bringing that energy and effort because tonight, Indiana just they had all of their energy bottled up and they just kind of just they just wanted this game more than us. And that's just unacceptable. This was a big game in terms of conference standings. We know Indiana's coming off a loss. And they were just fired up. This was a spicy game. Caitlin was kind of getting into it. The Indiana players was kind of, things got kind of chippy. Um, Mackenzie Holmes, she played lights out ball. She showed up with big baskets. Sydney Parrish, what did she hit? Back to back threes, like two or three times. It just wasn't an Iowa Hawkeyes game. With the exception of the first quarter, it just didn't look like us. And they just had all the confidence in the world. Yarden Garzon, she played hard. She played smart. I give Indiana credit. They definitely wanted this victory. They definitely through the kitchen sink at Caitlin. Caitlin showed up. I don't think she shot particularly well, but she did finish with 24 points. Um, she was limited somewhat in the second half. We never could really find our footing. Kate Martin, she had a good game with 19, but I don't like this loss, and for me, it's right there with the Nebraska loss in terms of just the hardest loss of the season, hardest losses of the season. And I know it's hard to beat a good team two times in a row, but you got to get these wins. You got to get these victories. And I know we lost 7 games last season. And I know that plenty of us have said it looks like this team could be better than last year's team. I'm not sure. Again, I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but we only had 3 players in double figures. Hannah Stokey had 10 points. Like I said in the earlier video, it's about growth, hope for her, for Hannah Stokey. That's what it's about. She's gonna show some big time flashes, and tonight was just not a big game from Hannah. Uh, Post play wise, something's got to happen. The post players, the bigger post players, kind of having their way, like the Migos. They're having their way with our post players. And then off the bench, didn't get much. Taylor McCabe, she got in for a little bit. Addie O'Grady, decent. Couple of shots she made. I'm just kind of looking at this like, okay, tonight's L, what does it mean in the grand scheme of things? Grand scheme of things. It kind of feels like as we drop to 22-4, we just trying to get the season over with. And I'm not saying we don't come to play because we definitely showed up. First quarter, we definitely showed up. Most of the second. But we went into halftime down by 11, and it just didn't feel right. And then every time we made a run, we could never get no closer than like 10 or 11. Every time we tried to get back into this thing, we just couldn't. Indiana was just firing on all cylinders. Everybody was taking a turn. Sydney took a turn. Yarden took a turn. And then to get a game, of course, it took a tone. But I don't know, guys. You pretty much getting me just, clear cut and dry under post game talk. Nothing comical, nothing to really take a shot at, nothing fun to say. We just got to get better. We just got to get more players involved. Molly Davis, not really there. We got to get to the free throw line when shots aren't falling. We also, I want to highlight this. We got to get a hand up. We got to close out the airspace. We leaving their shooters too open tonight. You can't win them all. Unfortunately, you can't. And unfortunately, Ohio State looks like the real deal. And it's worrisome. Tonight's L was worrisome. We definitely we had more I think they had 4 more turnovers than us, but we had some critical turnovers early. They out rebounded us by 8. I don't know, guys. I really want to hear y'all opinions. I'm gonna waive kind of my options and see, do I want to, tomorrow talk about this on live. But tonight's L, it was an ugly one. It was a really ugly L. But I will give our players credit for fighting back. I will not fail to not mention that. So shout out Kate Martin. She had a lot of and ones down the stretch, trying to keep this thing respectable. And like they played Caitlin Hart, played her tough. Yarden Garzon for Indiana. I don't know. Maybe they got three potential pros on their team with Yarden, Sydney Parrish, and Mackenzie Holmes. Definitely no slouches, but they definitely shouldn't have beat us as bad as they did. But they wanted it. They wanted it all night from tip. And so you go back to the drawing board, I guess. I mean, it's not we're still in good shape, but I mean, going into conference play, I want to get on a roll. I think we got Illinois next. Gives us some time to get back right. We shouldn't have any problems with Illinois, but you got to come out and take every damn team serious. You got to, and you got to play incredibly hard, and you need to, because we almost at the one and done point conference tournament in March Madness time. I will say this as I close, guys. If we start slipping, like if the slippage gets real, like if we don't start winning games that I feel like we should, because I would like us to win as much as possible, obviously. But if we start losing games that we probably should win, like Illinois, then I think that the writing's going to be on the wall for Caitlin to leave. Because if she's not able to get this team at least back to the Final Four, I don't know. Why would you consider coming back when the team is going to be so young and inexperienced next season? Unless y'all know something I don't know. Because Kate's going to be gone, Gabby's going to be gone, Molly's going to be gone. We'll talk more about that. But anyway, I'm concluding the video here. Hey, if you're a Hawkeyes fan, like the channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully we can talk W's next time. Damn L tonight. Ugh. Sucks. It does. But this is RC and I'm out.